That's a great question. Let me get my Legos. Okay, so here's how we're going to explain this. Once you get to this point, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the other video where I talk about Legos. You'll totally get it. Once you get to this point, we use our preservative, right? And our preservative stops any further fermentation. So if there's any sugars that are still there, it'll have a little more sweet taste. If there's anything you want to add to it, though, you're fine, because this will protect it from any yeast trying to re-ferment it. So once you get it to this, and say you moved it into a new jug and you're ready to go, but you want more strawberry flavor because you tasted it and you say, man, this would be really good with more strawberries. The strawberries aren't going to ferment. The preservative keeps it from fermenting. So when you're adding in fruit in secondary or in the bottle, you're literally putting it under the protection of all of that preservative. So now it's not going to digest it, but it's going to impart the flavors of it. And you can do that with anything you wanted to. Say you wanted to add in some jalapenos for a little bit of spice. You could add it in afterwards. It doesn't matter because it's preserved underneath the protection of our preservative. So now you could add in more honey if you wanted to. You could add in more fruit if you wanted to, and nothing bad's going to happen. It won't ferment. And that's called adding fruit or adjuncts into the secondary or into the bottle. You could actually, if you wanted to, add in more sugar to make it taste more like honey. I say sugars, so you could use apple juice, fruit purees. You could use regular sugar, I guess, if you wanted to, agave syrup, whatever you want to. It's mead. Over the time, I'm sure somebody's added everything, but that's how it works. I hope the Legos make that simple. It makes it simple for me. Do you understand it better?
Yeah.
Master Brewer class, guys. Make Mead. Quick side note for all the keyboard warriors that are going to come out. So anytime you add something, you have to make sure that what you're adding doesn't have any bacteria on it. So you don't have to worry about any wild yeast that's on it because that preservative is going to keep the yeast from doing anything. But you do have to be careful if you add fresh fruit into the bottle or into the secondary because that fresh fruit might have bacteria on it, right? So I just treat it the same way I treat it if I'm making fruit for my kids. Just make sure that they're washed and that they're clean. You can do like a vinegar bath. You can do all kinds of stuff. Just like Google how to make sure fruit is clean and you're pretty much fine from there. Enjoy.